Chapter 2, Understanding Secularism. Imagine yourself as a Hindu or Muslim living in part of the United States of America where Christian fundamental is very powerful. Suppose the deposit of the US citizen. No one is willing to rent their house to you. How would this make you feel? It would it not make you feel resentful? What if you decide to complain against the discrimination and were told to go back to India? Would this not make you feel angry? Your anger could take two forms. First, you might react by saying that Christians should get the same treatment in places where Hindu and Muslims are in majority. This is the form of the retaliation. Or you might take a view that there should be justice for all. You might fight starting that no one should discriminate against on grounds of their religious practice and beliefs. This is statement rests on the aspiration that all forms of domination related to the religion should end. This is essence of the secularism. In this chapter, you will read more about what this means in a Indian context. So let's go to the lesson. History provides us with many examples of discrimination, exclusion, and prestation on the grounds of religion. How you may have read about how Jews were persecuted in Hitler's Germany and how several million were killed. Now, however, the Jewish state is Israel treats in Muslim and Christian monitors quite badly in Saudi Arabia. Non-Muslims are not allowed to build a temple, church, etc. and nor can they gather in a public places for prayer. In all of the above examples, one of the religious community either persecute the discrimination against the member of the other religious community. These acts of discrimination takes place more easily when one religion is given officially recognized by the state at the expense of other religions. Clearly, no one would wish to be discriminated against because of their religion or dominated by the other religion. In India, can the state discriminate against a citizen on the grounds of their religion? So we can go to what is secularism. In the previous chapter, you read about how the Indian Constitution contains fundamental rights that protect us against the state power as well as the tyranny of the majority. The Indian Constitution allows the individual the freedom to live by their religious beliefs and practices as they interpret these. In keeping with these ideas of religious freedoms for all, India also adopted an strategy of separating the power of the religion and the power of the state. Secularism refers to the separation of the religion from the state. So you can see the drawings here. The three drawings in the chapter were done by students of your age. The three were asked to draw on a religious tolerance. Why is it important to separate religion from the state? As discussed above, the most important aspect of the secularism is its separation of the religious from the state power. This is important for a country to function democratically. Almost all countries of the world will have more than one religious group living in them. Within these religious groups, there will mostly be one group that is a majority. If this majority religious group has access to the state power, then it could quite easy to use this power and financial resources to discriminate against a prosecute person of the other religion. This tyranny of the majority could result in the discrimination of coercion and at times of living the killing religious monitors. The majority could quite easily to prevent monitors from practicing the religions and form of domination based on is in violation of the rights that democratic social guarantees to each and every citizen irrespective to their religion. Therefore, the tyranny of majority and the violation of fundamental rights that can easily result in one reason why it is important to separate the state and religion in a democratic societies. Another reason that is important to separate religion from the state in democratic society is because we also need to protect the freedom of the individuals to get from their religion, embrace another religion, to have the freedom to interpret religious teaching differently. To understand this point better, let us take the practice of untouchability. You might have feel that you dislike this practice within Hinduism and therefore you wanted to try a reform it. However, if the state power were in the hands to those Hindus who support untouchability, then do you think that would have been an easy task to try change this? Even if you face the Even if you were part of the dominant religious groups, you might have faced a lot resistance from the fellow members of your state. Power might have said that there is only one interpretation of the Hinduism and that you do not have to freedom to interpret this differently. What is Indian secularism? The Indian secularism, the Indian constitution mandates the Indian state be secular. According to the constitution, only a secular state can realize the objects to ensure the following. Number 1, that one religious community does not dominate another. Number 2, that some members do not dominate other members of the same religious community. Number 3, that the state does not enforce any particular religion nor take away the religious freedom of individuals. Para. The Indian state works in various ways to prevent the above domination. First, it uses strategy of distance itself from the religion. The Indian state is not ruled by a religious group and nor it does not support any one religion in India. Government spaces like law, courts, police stations, government schools and offices are not supposed to display or promote any one religion. Here is a story of government school, and there is no discrimination in government schools. In government schools, Simapur students want to celebrate religious festival. Sir, there is a big religious festival next month. We have never celebrated in our school. Can we do this year? I am afraid. Isn't possible. Rekha, this is government school. We cannot give importance to any religion. Private schools may do that. Government schools don't celebrate any religious festival in school premises. Most religious festivals are a public holidays so that we can celebrate these at home. I never thought of it this way. I guess we can celebrate it outside school. Anyway, we are planning to celebrate it in our locality. In the above story about the celebration of the religious festivals within the school would have been violation of the government policy and treating all religion equally. Government schools cannot promote any one religion either in the morning prayers or through religious celebrations. This rule does not apply to private school. The second way in which Indian secularism works prevent to the domination is through staggery of the non-interference. This means that in order to respect the sentiments of all religion and not interfere the religion practices, that state makes certain expressions for the particular religion communities. Here is the second story for us. A group of friends who recently bought scooters meeting to go for a ride. Hey, I hope you have a helmet. You know the law in Delhi requires that you wear one. Why aren't wearing a helmet? Do you want to be fined? Don't worry, I'll not be fined. Hey Pramjit, why you won't be fined? For Sikhs, wearing a purgi is very important part of our religion. The government cannot force to me wear a helmet. In the above story, Pramjit, the Sikh youth does not have to wear helmet. A helmet is this because the Indian state recognizes that wearing a purgi means turban is centrally to Sikhs religious practice in the order to not interfere this allows of the expression in the law. In third way in which Indian secularism work to prevent the domination listed earlier through a staggery of invention you read earlier in the chapter about untouchability. It is a good example of the member of the same religion, upper caste Hindus, dominate members some lower caste within it. In order to prevent these religious based on exclusion discrimination of lower caste, the Indian constitution bans the untouchability in instance that state is intervening religion in order to end a social practice that it believes discrimination and excludes that violates the fundamental rights of lower caste who citizens the country. Similarly, to ensure the law relating to equal inheritance rights are respected, the state may have to intervene in the religion-based personal laws of community. The, the intervention of state can also be in the form of support. The Indian Constitution grants the right of the religion communities to set up their own school and colleges. It also gives the financial aid on the non-provincial basis. In what way is Indian secularism different from that other democratic countries? Some of the above objectives are similar to those that have been included in the constitution of secular democratic countries in the other parts of the world. For example, the First Amendment of the US Constitution prohibits the legislature from making laws respecting an establishment for religion or that prohibit the free exercise for religion. What is meant by word establishing? is that the legislature cannot declare any religion as the official religion, nor can they give preference to one religion. In the USA, the separation between state and religion means that neither the state nor religion can interfere in affairs of one another. There is one significant way in which Indian secularism differs from the dominant understanding of secularism as practiced in the United States of America. This is because, unlike the strict separation between religion and the state in America, secularism. In India, secularism, the state can interview the religious affairs. You have read about how the Indian constitution intervened in Hindu religious practices in order to establish untouchability. In Indian secularism, the state is not strictly separated from religion. It does maintain the principal distance of vis-a-vis religion. This means that reference of the religion by the state has based on the ideal of the laid out of the construction. These ideal servers have standard through which we can judge the whether state is or it is not behaving according to the secular principle. The Indian state is secular and works in various ways to prevent religious domination. The Indian constitution guarantees fundamental rights that based on these secular principles. However, this is not to say that there is no violation of these rights in the society. Indeed, the Basically, because of the violation happen frequently, that we need constitution mechanism of the prevent there from happening. The knowledge to such right exists to make sensitive to the violation and enables to take action when this violation takes place. And thanks for watching my video. Thank you. And if you don't subscribe my channel, and go to subscribe tab and subscribe it.